Hey everyone, it's Micah Fragrance. Today I have 5 colognes that, in my opinion, get overhated for no reason. Obviously I'm going to be discussing, why I think these fragrances, shouldn't be as overhated, and why I think they're good. As always, there will be a note breakdown up here. So to get into it, I want to talk about Versace AOS Flame. Now, this is a flanker of Versace AOS, and it starts off with a ton of citrus and kind of has this vanilla that gets mixed in with it. I know that there's also some pink pepper in there, but it's a super nice smelling fragrance. If I had to pick between AOS EDT and AOS Flame, I would probably say AOS Flame in my opinion. It smells a little bit more unique, is a little bit stronger, and lasts a slightly bit longer. Probably like 9 to 10 hours on my skin, at least my batch does. But it's super, super nice. And AOS EDT on my skin lasts about 8 to 9 hours, but they both project pretty evenly. Maybe AOS Flame is a slightly bit stronger. But it's a super nice fragrance. I got it also on a great deal, $53.50, because my Albertsons was having a 50% off fragrance sale. Or really, I should say my girlfriend got a good deal when she bought it for me, because she bought it for me for Valentine's Day. But regardless, it was a super good deal when I got this cologne, and I think it's super nice. Like I said, a really nice, blended citrus and vanilla fragrance. Kind of imagine like an orange creamsicle in a way. Like, it doesn't exactly smell like it, but because you have the citruses and the vanilla, it kind of gives you like a really sweet, like orange and citrus vibe. And obviously with a vanilla wrapped in, but smells super good. One of my top complimented fragrances. I gave one of my buddies a couple sprays of it, and the next day he walked up and was like, "Dude, what was that cologne? How much was it?" Because he really wanted to get it. But I think it's super good. Really nice quality cologne. Really good release from Versace. Just a super nice cologne in general, and I don't get why it's overhated. Another cologne, this really isn't this cologne in specific, but this is just the brand. I have Ralph's Club Eau de Parfum, obviously by the brand of Ralph Lauren. And if I'm being dead honest with you, I could not tell you what the notes are in this. I know there might be some lavender and there's definitely some woody notes, but apart from that, I really can't tell you a lot. Longevity solid, 7 to 8 hours, projection of 2 to 3 feet. So it's a really, decently long-lasting fragrance with some good projection. One thing I really love about the fragrance is more about the bottle, but the cap doesn't come off. It just kind of like has a little locking mechanism, but it's just really nice and something I appreciate about the bottle. But a lot of people say Ralph Lauren colognes smell really cheap. They don't last. They smell horrible. They smell like body odor. I've got to say, Ralph's Club smells super good. I know I smell Polo Blue, Polo Red, Parfum. Those are super nice fragrances. I think that they're super good. I don't really get why they get overhated. And in my opinion, they shouldn't be overhated. But Ralph's Club Eau de Parfum, get your nose on it. Smells super good. They have a new elixir, which should be pretty good. I haven't had the chance to smell that. I have smelled the parfum. The parfum smells like this, a little bit stronger with some subtle differences, but smells super nice, and I don't get why Ralph Lauren colognes get overhated. The next cologne is Versace AOS. Now, this was one of the colognes that got so much hype on TikTok, and then as soon as the hype died down, it went from, this is the cologne to be wearing, to the hype dying down, and now you stink if you wear it. The cologne sucks. You shouldn't buy it. It's an NPC cologne. Bunch of stuff. I think if you're okay with like a little more of a synthetic vibe, but if you want something that, resembles the Invictus DNA with that sweetness, it does a really good job replicating that. Now, this is not a clone of Invictus Aqua. Invictus Aqua 2016 came out, hence the name 2016. AOS came out in 2015. So that's just something I think is interesting. It was hyped up and was called a clone of Invictus Aqua, but if you take the smallest amount of time just to look into it, you can tell it's not a clone. To get into it, I really have not looked at this note breakdown. I know it's a super sweet fragrance, probably some like tropical notes. So I don't know, maybe some pineapple, apple, something like that. Maybe some citruses. I don't think that there's woods in there, but there could be. And I think maybe some C notes, because I know in the accord breakdown it says aquatic. So it could be some C notes. I'm not completely sure. So I want to apologize about that. But longevity is super good, at least with my batch. 9 to 10 hours with projection of about 3 to 4 feet. So it's a really long-lasting fragrance that projects really nicely. Smells amazing, and it's just good. There's really like this cologne doesn't necessarily stand out to me. It's not like an insane cologne. If you smell the Invictuses, this is what it's going to remind you of. It's nice. The only thing is it's gone up in price so much. It's about $60 if you want to buy it. Is it worth $60? Yeah, I'd say it's worth about $60. I mean, that's about how much it smells like it costs. So it doesn't smell super high quality. It is more of a synthetic scent, but it smells nice in my opinion, and it's definitely worth it. And yeah, really, this one only gets a lot of hate because the hype died down on it. But I still think it's a pretty decent fragrance if you can get your hands on it. Not if you can get your hands on it, but if you choose to get your hands on it. So, pretty decent fragrance. Up next, we have Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue EDT. Now, this is one that doesn't necessarily get hated, but just gets overshadowed by the other flankers in this line, specifically O Intense. A lot of people say, don't get the EDT, get O Intense. The EDT sucks. I really don't think it sucks. Opens up with a lot of citruses and dries down to a musky and woody combo. Longevity is about 5 to 6 hours off my batch. You have to watch out because a lot of batches don't really have good longevity or just performance in general. Projection, 1 to 2 feet. It's not crazy. It's not a crazy projector, and it's not crazy long lasting. It's just a super nice and clean fragrance. I say it's still good in 2024 if you want to get a Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, and they're also significantly cheaper than any of the other flankers. But super nice fragrance. I really don't think you can go wrong with it. And it's just a shame because it is a really, really nice fragrance. And the last cologne, and I don't know why there's so much hate on this because this honestly is one of my favorite colognes. And that is Versace Blue Jeans. Now, this cologne came out in the 90s, so I get how it's not going to appeal to a subset of people because it does smell like an older cologne. It has like that powdery, like vanilla vibe that a ton of the older colognes have. I think it smells super good. There's some rose in there. There's vanilla. It's a really complex note breakdown if you guys look, but it just smells super good. There's a powderiness to it. There's a sweetness to it, like some soft spices, some herbal green soft spices to it. 5 to 7 hours longevity, so it's a pretty good longer lasting fragrance on my skin. Projection of probably 2 to 3 feet for the first 4 hours, and then goes down to about 1 or 2 feet. This fragrance for me doesn't really ever turn into like a skin scent. It obviously it does, but by the time it just kind of goes away completely. So I get about like 1 to 2 hours literally until it goes away, or 1 to 2 feet of longevity until it goes away. But for a cheaper fragrance, it's $20 for a 2.5 ounce, and it is just an EDT, but for an EDT, longer lasting compared to a decent amount of EDTs out there. And for $20, you get a premium brand in Versace. And if you like, old school fragrances that are powdery, this will more than likely, really fit you well. I really love this. Honestly, I bought it because there was a lot of hate on it, and I just wanted to, make some reviews on it because I was totally thinking I'm going to make videos like, don't buy Versace Blue Jeans. It sucks, don't waste your money. But I was pleasantly surprised. I really like this fragrance and probably rate it like a 9.5 out of 10. One of my favorites. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, please like and subscribe. Again, like I said, thank you guys for watching and have a great rest of your guys' day.